a long day.
Oh man. 6 to midnight. How many hours is that?
Too many.
That would be. He's been awake for 18
hours. Oof.
Yeah.
You are more dedicated than I.
Well, I'm not playing the game. I'm just working and lucky enough to play the league games right now. And today I was able to play a coworker on a board. So that's where those games that I posted were made.
Cool. All right, we'll give it another minute or two. See if anyone else joins.
Okay.
So on those games, it's basically the opening, right? I mean, according to the Yungu Seng, they were supposed to approach high on the side where didn't get a Shimari, and they didn't, and I was in trouble.
Oh, but then you just kick and jump, I believe.
No, they went here. This one is just not a good move.
Oh.
So I tried to follow and just went to the next corner. But yeah, I wasn't happy with the upper right on this side and the same on the other game.
You're not happy with this?
No.
I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
All right, but yeah, we'll go over it in a second. I'm really surprised the AI doesn't say white's ahead by more than this. The AI can use influence a lot better than we can, though. Like, the fact that the AI says that black's
I mean,
only
both
up by
games
3,
ended because we made some mistakes along the way, so...
See about this game. Oh, it's the same dude? Okay. Who's Klaus? That name sounds familiar.
A co-worker. I don't think he's playing on OGS, but yeah, I think the name's common.
Okay.
That's where you know it from. The silly person from Umbrella Academy. That threw the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, there's a lot of movie characters with the name. I just feel like the username's familiar. You just keep getting confused in Joseki is what's happening.
Yes. I hear you have a Joseki video that we should all have memorized by now.
Yes. You should. It's by single digit Q. You should at least know the Josekis in the video. Like you probably know them, but
Yes, I'll find that.
Yeah, Clossi lecture, beginner Joseki.
On both
This just goes over all the double digit Q stuff that you should know.
Yeah.
That's all the double digit Q Josekis you should know. But you should know most of that, but it might help you with some theory, I guess. It looks like it's just you two. Okay. So I guess we'll just do one game review of each and then just call it there. Because probably not enough time for a full lecture, but I think at least giving you both some ideas of how to take it going forward, I think will be good. Since you both are actually here.
Yeah.
I wish.
I'm surprised Kadar's not here. By the way, Kadar mentioned something about not being able to gain access to the Clossi class voice channel.
Yeah, he messaged me and I helped him fix it, but...
Oh, okay, so he's just not here.
I don't know. If he's ever here, I know, if he's ever here and he can't, he can just message in general or something, and we could, like, manually let him in.
Right. I'm going to message him. Sometimes he gets confused about time.
Yeah. So here is definitely the right move. You just take the corner. But you can simply block right here. and then base, base, 3/3. This would be the simplest way. And whenever your opponent does something weird like this, Joseki knowledge goes out the window, and you need to think about basics. What are your basics here? What is the Clossi approach?
Well, I was just gonna save the corner as much as I could.
Okay, but that's not basic. What's the Clossi approach? What should you be thinking about?
My mug is on the way. It's gonna arrive in 12 days. So. Unsettle, I guess, is the first thing that comes to mind.
What's the first question in the Clossi approach?
Do I have a weak group? I do.
Yep. So A. Okay. So what's step 1 for defense?
Increase the ice space.
Ice space is step 3. Step 1 is base, which is efficient ice space, which it's very important to understand there's a distinction between efficient ice space and just ice space. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, but for me, the 3/3 and the 2/2 points on the board are always special, because then that's where magic happens, and that's why, if I want to increase or form a base and I have a 3/3 available, that's my first choice.
Yeah, but I think rather than saying that that's your first choice, I think it's important to understand why. So first off, our initial goal is we want to help A. So the first move we consider is just make a base. Okay, that's our first move we consider. However, as we get to single digit Q, we start thinking, okay, can I help A?
It's unsettling white as well. Yeah.
Can I help A make ice space while also unsettling? And then we can come up with this move. And that's how we get there. So one thing that's very dangerous at single digit Q is sometimes you instinctually know the answer, especially when you do Go problems. You will be able to find the Vita points just instinctually. But it's very dangerous to do that without understanding how your subconscious arrived at that answer. So it's very important to think through the step by step in a unique position, because that will make the follow-ups make a lot more sense. Okay, so how we arrived at the 3/3, I think, is very important. Okay, so white plays here. And so now if we're being consistent with ice space while unsettling, defense would just be here. However, we can play here to get the ice space in the corner while unsettling. Okay,
right.
And now this one also gets ice space, but this doesn't unsettle white. Unsettle white would be here. Or if there's some way to take the eye, it'd be over here. And our base is here. So now there's no way to make our base while unsettling. So we go back to this move, and that's how I arrived at this answer. And then white plays here. If we wanted to be aggressive, we could consider here, and then say if white does this, we can surround. And so white must run, and then we can get our base while white runs. That's an option, but now we're too close to thickness. Okay, so this requires reading and judgment, right? But if we're just Clossi approaching it, you can arrive at this variation with just the Clossi approach. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, so when you play here, this is going for a surround. So this doesn't help you, because this is saying I'm going to run away. If we're just looking at your stance, it's saying I'm going to run away before making a base. And that's not true. However, you could also say that I'm making an exchange and then getting a base. That might be possible, but the follow-up was here, not here. So if you were going to play here, just play here. It doesn't make sense for you to turn and then play S18, because now he can make a base and he doesn't have to save that stone. And now your base isn't Sente. So I would say understanding how we arrived at the answer can definitely help us understand the follow-ups. When your opponent does something crazy and just like knowledge is out the window, you just need to think about bases and cutting points, and then play aggressive defense. So this is fine, but your opponent didn't make a base. So Clossi approach would say to attack. Points lever says a 3/3. So this means we're going to get the points and then go attack. Or just attack directly. One of those two. So you did the points levers, and that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Technically, if we really want Sente, we can go here.
Except now I didn't go for the base, but rather went out. So I guess I switched my.
I think this is
thinking
fine
on that
because they're supposed to surround you, and they didn't.
Mhm.
And this works quite well with the Shamari. And this is also a Hani on the head of 3. So even though you're not taking the eye space in the corner, you are taking the influence away. So this one's not bad, because if they go here, like this, then like this, you can get the double Hani. That's pretty reasonable. So this is saying I don't want to get surrounded. And if you wanted to block the corner, that would be fine if we're aiming at the base. But technically, this is thickness, this is a wall, not a base. So you know how this one you can Tanuki now, right? That's because the base is less important. It's still important, but it's less important when they already have escape routes. So here, white already has escape routes, so it's not like you're attacking white in any way. This one, though, is preventing this around and threatening the cutting point. So I think it's pretty okay. And the double Hani is perfectly okay as well. We might need to Nobi here. Panukis are big. These 3 stones are really big as well. But Panukis are really big. And if we're aiming at Sente, then that's pretty reasonable.
Yes.
And I would say you're ahead on this board. But this is also, like, pretty acceptable. You would go here, though. That's a snapback.
Cool.
So I would say...
Yeah, I don't think anything exciting happens from here on. It was just one of the games that matched the criteria from last week, so that's why.
Yeah. So here I'm thinking the Clossi Approach again. Do I have any weaknesses? No, because the A group's pretty alive. There's many ways to live with A. So I would say you have no weaknesses, but white does. White actually has multiple weaknesses here. So, but then you went and played a big move, and this is where I think that you're not utilizing your advantage.
Well, I was looking at the amount of space that white could cover, and it looked like
yes,
they were getting too big an area.
Yeah, that's definitely why the AI says white's not that far behind, but even the AI says attack first. Like if we look. So this is -1 point, and then these are all positive. So the AI says attack first. Now, your move isn't that bad, but okay. With that thinking, do you attack after this settles? So you settle 3 space. 2 stones can jump 3 because they're not cuttable. Like this.
Right, and that's where I fell apart after that because my next stone was too far away.
Okay, that's fine. You settle. You destroy the left. But now why are we playing here instead of attacking?
Yeah.
So
I forgot about it.
Yeah, so this tells me that you're not thinking about it in the basics. So like I said, you have the instincts for the correct move, but if you don't understand how you arrived at the correct move, then your follow-ups are going to show it.
Right. My plan here was to set up some RG on the left.
Yeah, setting up RG is Gote though.
Okay. Yeah, true.
So usually you set up Aji while doing a goal. So for example, I'm playing defense, but I'm going to defend myself in a way that sets up Aji. Or I'm playing, I'm going to maybe sack a stone in a way that gives Aji. But basically, you have to be doing some other goal, and then you set up Aji while doing it. But you don't set up Aji and Gote like this, with that being your main purpose, because setting up Aji is not attacking. That's, I guess you could also call that a prep move. Like, don't play prep moves. Just do whatever the goal of the turn is. So if your goal of the turn is to attack.
Right.
And if your goal, let's say your goal of the turn was to attack the left.
But I guess according to Clossi Approach, I was still about to save the left group, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could, if you still want to save it, you can go here, and then after this point, it's alive. And let's say he defends, well, now you can go attack. And let's say he does defend, like, let's say he does this, and then makes Defense. Okay. Well, now it's back to big moves. Now you can just play here, 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 build the top. You have if the left becomes big, you have these cutting point Aji. I'd say probably just build the top. One of these moves. And it's not bad. I mean, this is a pretty solid position for you. Everything's alive. You have 10, 20. Let's see, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 20. At least 30 points. So I think it's fine. So let's just go play a big move and then fight in the center. And should be fine. If you're single digit Q, so you can use attachments. You can get a position like this. Maybe like this. One of these. I think this one's best. But the idea is like you attach to get both sides strong so you can build the position. And if they go here, then boom, 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 boom. And that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And if they do this, you just honey and then jump back. Yeah, so you could just build the top. That's the idea. Otherwise, maybe just an extension. Or a shoulder hit if there's a Moyo, but this Panuki is going to drown on any Moyo. So, I don't know. Just go from here. I think it's perfectly fine. But I would say the biggest thing is your opponent played a weird move, which I think confused you, and the confusion showed up in middle game when you weren't exactly sure what to do, so you played here, and then probably your game went slow. So yeah, you're making a base on a living group on top.
Right, and then this cap was too far. Apparently, I couldn't connect it.
There's several problems with it. One, the right side is both the big move and the attack right now. Two, like you said, B is not perfectly alive, so playing a reduction at C next to B is like playing a reduction or an invasion next to a weak group is extremely dangerous. Also, this is the D area is not the big move, so I think there's many problems with it. But that goes into middle game stuff. But yeah, hopefully that makes the opening make a little bit more sense.
Yes, thank you so much.
I would say the big thing is understand how you arrive at the correct answer will make your follow-up stronger. All right. So let's look at Buzzsaw's game.
Do the one not against Drooch because it's a league game, and we're going to have that reviewed by you anyway. So the other one would be better.
All right. So let's look at the opening.
Oh, no, wait a second. You're doing the one with Drooch. Don't do the one with Drooch because it's a Clossi League game, so do the other one.
Yeah, you just said that.
But you're doing the one with Drooch.
This is Birich.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I read it wrong. It's so small. It's so teeny tiny when you share your screen.
That is true.
You should be able to full screen it, though.
I don't know how to do that. Let's see.
There should be a way for you to full screen the...
Well, that's okay. I don't need to read anything now that I know it's not the Drooch game.
In fact, it's in the lower right of your browser window. If you're
I see that. Pop out, I think might be what
No, next to the pop out is the full screen.
Oops, full screen. Got it.
There you go.
Oh, well, that's a little better. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually not sure what to do with this because Ensong talked about it when there's a star point here because you have the approach that works with the high. So I'm actually not sure if the high is correct, but probably nothing wrong with it.
It may not be.
But this is the points lovers because we don't have an invasion point for the...
Well, see, here's the thing.
Corner.
The guy played anti-points lover by playing in the lower right. And the remedy for that is to play the D3 move. Yeah. So I guess it's still points lovers because you have the opportunity to make some profit with those two corners, but you can't 3-3. You're right about that.
Yeah. So the problem here is the left side is really...
No, I was just wondering because you got your second Shimari, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of going for the invasion on the lower left.
I'm really debating this move. Because this left side is really big. And compare that to we get the Shamari and they get this.
Oh, okay.
Or even this. I think the left side's really, really big. So I'm actually not sure. I think Insong didn't mention this, did he?
He didn't mention C16. I don't think.
Okay, so what's the worst that happens if we play the attachment? Like, let's say they do the normal Joseki, and then they approach, right? So you do this.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I think this is okay.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Compare that to if we go right here, and they approach. I think this game's more confusing. Probably not bad, but I think this isn't what we want. Yeah, I would say this is probably more confusing than necessary. So I think playing an attachment might be the idea. Let's see. They might go here, and then you just go here. Do the forcing moves that Insong's talked about.
Okay.
That might be a good idea. Let's see. Does any double digit Qs watch this? I think everyone's like almost single digit Q or is single digit Q that watches the Clossi class, right?
Pretty much.
So we don't really need a double digit Q response here. I think just C15 and see how that goes. Let's see. You did this, and then you went here.
Actually, AI suggested C10, I believe, instead of C11.
Yeah. The problem with this one is when you go to make the base, you're too close to the Shamari.
Right.
Have you ever heard Shy Ghost talk about how you want 2 spaces? It makes you comfortable.
No, I haven't heard that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, 2 spaces from thickness makes your defense a lot easier because then you have like slides right here, and you still have jumps, and that extra line makes it a lot easier to survive. Versus if we're right here and right next to thickness, this is actually a lot tighter, and there's a lot more Tsujis to think about. So it's slightly dangerous. Now, this is putting a lot more. Excuse me. This is putting a lot more emphasis on reducing the Shamari, but I think your position is just as big, so I think it's fine to just build and trade.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that looks fine.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, I don't think this will happen, but like if you're worried about white getting the corner, if you compare it to you getting the corner, then I think you're fine. So I wouldn't be overly worried about this, about reducing. What do we do?
It doesn't seem right to play C9. I mean, it just doesn't feel right. Even though it does unsettle.
Yeah.
Although, if I play C9 and he jumps, then I get C14 as well, and I'm totally safe.
So you wouldn't think about B8 at all?
But he's likely to C13.
Mm-hmm. The second line? No. I think this is a really bad move, because this doesn't help your eye shape, because there's still this move. And you just opened up the corner to white.
Yeah, I hurt the other side as well.
And this is also broken shape. So you're hurting your corner too much with this move. So I would say jump is the basic idea, because that's the follow-up to this variation.
True.
But you're not really helping your stone. I was thinking about this move here, 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 here. That's the textbook shapes, but I'm not sure if that's correct. This feels very awkward. Here, 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 here. Yeah, I don't like that. This feels very awkward. What about surrounding this way? It's broken shape, but you get some corner and influence. I think this is fine. If I can't really find an obvious thing wrong with it, then it should be fine. Cap?
Yeah, I should be harassing the two
Yeah,
stones.
you're not attacking again.
I know.
Like this is supposed to be the #1 thing priority for you.
I know it is. I know.
So every time your opponent does have a weak group, I don't care what else is happening. I'm going to attack. Right? That's because you have to build the habit.
Oh, I know. I have to build the habit, even if doing it loses me the game.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
You have to notice your opponent's problems. And
right
now, I care more about you noticing it than I care about you winning or playing a big move or whatever. I just want you to attack things.
Okay.
So when your opponent doesn't make their base, attack it. You know, build that habit. Yeah, that's a big move, but like weak groups first. Let's see. No, that's too.
Hello,
that's
Kato.
not good. Hello. It's either going to be attack A or deal with the B area.
Sorry, I'm late.
No worries.
Okay. Now, can I play P5? Because that is very reminiscent of some things I've seen in the Gojuan.
This is definitely an acceptable move before AI. Yeah, before AI, this is definitely an acceptable move. I actually don't know with the AI. So let's find out. I love it when you guys are premium. I could just look at the AI moves.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I have it.
It doesn't show me the variations when it's not my game. It says the shoulder hit is more expected.
Okay.
But I would say Dog's Face is fine because we can play old fashioned moves for until we get to like 5 done. So
so then I can play old fashioned moves forever.
Only if you know the follow ups.
I do. I do know this situation.
The point here is either attack A or deal with B. Building your own points and just playing a soft move like this is too slow.
Yeah, I should have seen P5. I know that position.
So you actually lost points with this exchange because you got some points right here, but he just got a 1 point jump. So
yeah,
I think this is a bad exchange. It would make a lot more sense to go here.
Sure.
Because you just built this area, so if you're building the area, keep building the area. Consistency. But yeah, this is really big. That right side's getting really big, so you're probably right. The follow-up's here, right?
I guess so.
Because if they do that, you see that. They do this, this is you're really happy.
Right.
So this is the shape for speed. So a little bit of it's your first Sabaki shape that you learn.
Okay.
Is to give up that stone. So it's your first Sabaki. This is really heavy. So it's very attackable. Man, everyone's playing so like 90s.
That is really funny.
Yeah. Just attack things, man. Attack. It's the modern thing. Like how many weak groups do we have? Not there. Not that. No, go away. A, B, and technically C if you can get off an invasion like that. That's potentially an opening. But yeah, A or B. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. This is just like, I'm going to make territory. No big deal. It's very 90s. 80s, 90s. Yeah, very old-fashioned. But it's way too passive for modern play. You need to think about the weak groups in modern play.
So then I guess I got lucky that my opponent was playing in the 90s as well.
Yeah,
because
both of you are playing really passive.
Because I did win this game by, I guess it was 5.5.
Is this connected?
Oh.
It can be cut.
Is this connected?
Well, I can play e6, but I don't know that my stone is going to, be able to survive doing that.
That is a negative.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's better.
Mm-hmm. No, don't forget the empty triangle for that knight's move. Like, remember, there's 2 ways to cut a knight.
Right.
Right. 1, 2. There's always 2. You have to check both.
Yeah,
However,
I usually think of the one and I kind of forget the other, so I'm going to have to start remembering the other.
Well, I would like it if you just started checking your opponent's cutting points. Yeah, I think
so mean.
I just gotta drill you until you do it. I'm gonna make you like start murdering people. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make you like super strong at attacking.
Okay, that'll be really good. And don't take offense if I laugh at you when you do it, because that's my first impulse.
So this is cuttable as well, and then you could also do last move first.
Okay. So many cuts.
Yeah.
So many cuts.
You'd be surprised how many cuts you see in single digit games. If you like a good exercise, let's just do it right now. Let's go to a game. Let's go down to a single digit queue. Single digit queue. How come I can't see more games? Oh, there we go. Let's go to Okay, here we go. Single digit queues. Boom. So let's go in the middle game.
Is this an act game?
Yeah, this is someone's actual game. Oh, it looks like against Dogebot. I don't want a bot game. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, human, boom, boom. Let's go into the 40s and 50s. All right. Can we find any cutty points?
Which side?
Any side, right? Let's just start analyzing the game. So first off, let's just...
Well, P15 looks good.
Let's see. We have 1, 2, because I accidentally moused over it.
I would love to try J5.
J5?
I
well,
would think,
yeah.
I would sort of think as E10 as a cutting point.
E10. Let's see. So black, white, black, white, black. Atari. That is a ladder. So that is not cuttable.
But you don't have to follow it. Isn't it just you're looking for the follow through on it?
Well, I just want to see something disconnect something else. If it disconnects something else, that's all we're looking at.
Oh, okay.
6. So at least 6 cutting points. I think 3 is a questionable because technically, if I just connect, oh crap!
What's the matter?
How did they know?
What does it say?
How did they know?
They are scared now.
Oh my God! Somebody knows you and recognize you. You didn't go incognito.
Oh, oops. Anyway, so if we go at 3, they connect and you push, you can get off that stone, but that stone's very small.
What
look
happened?
at this.
You guys are laughing and I didn't catch on.
There's a comment right here that one of the players said the game is under scrutiny of Master Clossius.
They noticed. That
I was like, how did they know I was talking about their game? They aren't in here. But I guess it's because they saw me in the viewers. Oops.
Yes, of course. I always look. When I see the number go up, I check right away.
See, whenever I play, I have so many people that watch my game. I'm like, I don't want to know, so I just go to Zen mode. Because too many people know who I am. It's too much pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see, like, in any single digit Q game, You can find a lot of cutting points. It's just a matter of like how well you can utilize them, right?
Right.
So in this case, you would fix, and then run while trying to settle. Yeah, defense. But you see, all these cutting points are everywhere. Yeah, I don't want to go into their game because I don't want to like analyze their game and when I'm
No,
not.
I know you were
But,
just looking for cutting points.
yeah, just a random game.
These get them enough. Yes.
We just look at some random game and it's like, oh, Master Clossius is watching. Fudge. Yeah. So does that kind of? So do you kind of understand that, Buzzsaw? Like, there's a lot of cutting points you can find if you just keep an eye out for them. There's plenty of chances for you to attack.
Yeah.
Goose the Sujis
We're
too.
talking about cutting points, so that's my favorite kind of cutting point.
Yeah, Goose the Sujis your favorite kind of cutting point, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just look at your game. Let's go to the same section.
Which is this one? Oh, that was the one I played for the Massachusetts Go Association Tuesday night.
All right, this one cutting points. No, there's no cutting points at this one, so both players did pretty good, and it's pretty close. But let's see, there's a gap right here in the graph. All right, so let's look at cutting points. Nope. Okay, so both of you guys did good. Okay, let's look at another one.
If you wanted to, you could look at my game with Lexi.
Well, we're mostly talking about how Buzzsaw is afraid to attack, and I'm trying to show that she can attack more. We got from the opening into like you should have attacked with the opening.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is the one.
I looked at that. I looked at this one.
This is the one you reviewed on Monday night.
And it was about cutting points.
Yeah, and you said that we had a really great beginning of the game, and you could tell that we were Young Sang Dojang because of that.
Okay, let's see. So this one you just played a move that's cuttable. Not a lot of cutting points here. But if you go digging for it, you can find cutting points.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you kill it? Did you kill it? Did you kill it? I see you win, so I guess you killed it.
Oh, I did win, huh?
But there's a little thing right
a blip.
Here.
That's a blip.
Yeah, so attack from the second line. Attack from the second line. Yeah, we're getting into game reviews now, though. Yeah, you gotta. This one's. Yeah, so poke out the tiger's mouth. Poke out the tiger's mouth. Push it towards the thickness is what you want. If you want to poke from the right, push it towards the left. Yeah. Did I look at this one? I feel like this shape looks familiar.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, well, this is the one that we were playing together.
Oh,
that's right. I was like, this shape looks familiar.
That's right. Yeah, this was the lesson game.
Oh, I remember. We poked on this side because I was trying to make you fix this cutting point. So yeah, there is a cutting point, like right here. Yeah, we poked on this side because I was trying to make you watch the cutting point because I was worried about you dying there.
And by the way, after you left, this game went on forever.
Yeah.
it just went on and on and on and on. And of course, I was in Biayomi.
Oh, here's the blip.
Yeah, that's the blip. Yes, I made a mistake and he didn't catch it. And luckily, I managed to survive this. But see, you didn't see any of this because you left about 20 minutes before this happened.
So if you just fix 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, black's dead. So all you have to do is fix right here. But you missed a squeeze the Suji. So instead of pushing, you should have just fixed. So this push is greedy.
Right.
Because throw in there, Atari, there, Atari.
And I got lucky because he didn't catch
it. That's not quite a goose to Suji, but this is a squeeze. Oopsie. Looks like this is this still dead? Yeah.
I do kill.
Yeah, that's fine.
I win by quite a bit.
That's good though. Okay, so we are getting off topic.
Yeah, we are.
So we're going over this game and the league game.
Yeah.
So I know Kadar showed up late. So I think unfortunately Kadar, you missed all the the stuff that we talked about. The only thing we really talked about, I think, that was unique was what to do. Actually, it was here. What to do when your opponent plays a 3/4 and then a Shibari. And then Buzzsaw went here, and I was saying that probably attachment would be better because it leads to this result. And then when they approach, you can still do that. They do that, and you can approach. And I think that position looks pretty nice. And if they can make a Shamari, then you can just extend or make a Shamari. Probably just make Shamari.
I'm going to have to watch the lecture again. I've watched it 3 times already, but I want to watch it again. The points lever.
Yeah.
The points lever lecture.
Played a bunch of points lever games.
How'd they go?
Recently. I won most of them.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. So yeah, I think that's I think just even this is just pretty good for today. Just having like one more variation to look at. Does anyone have any other problems that came up while trying this opening?
No, just not enough Joseki knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say keep trying it. We still have some more time to go over this opening, and keep playing with it. And just if anything weird happens, then bring it to the class. Because like with this game right here, we saw that we learned a whole new pattern to the points lever for us until Insong shows another one.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's already pretty good. So yeah, keep playing it, and anytime any unique patterns or whatever, bring it here, and then others can learn from it.
By the way, I'm not 100% sure that Insang never mentioned the C16 move. He might have, which is one of the reasons I want to go back to the lecture and see whether he did or not.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either, but, I missed so much.
I'm just going to skip to the end, because I know we didn't in the first bit, so let's just skip to the end.
Then,
No.
Like this.
Yeah, so it's just,
when black uses this. So you can play, but I don't have this.
This isn't the points lever. What is this?
I can't read it. I can't
AYD season 32nd. Points lever Fuseki. It is the points lever.
Yeah, it is points lever Fuseki. What he does at the very end is he very quickly goes over the various things that can happen. And
I'm not going to watch the lecture because technically this is paid content, but
exactly. But if you just scroll through it a little bit to find maybe whether or not
he had the 3/4 point right there, but I don't think he ever had the Shamari or other one.
Are you with YD, Frank?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
I am a spectator on the European League. I'm not actually playing.
There's no problem with us going over it anyway because we're all YD.
Yeah,
but this is
I think, but Clossi is gonna upload this later on.
Yeah, so he can't do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm giving a lot of shout outs to Youngu Singh in these lessons.
I absolutely agree. He's getting a lot of publicity.
But yeah, still don't want to share premium content, just in case.
No, of course not.
But yeah, I think that's probably good enough for this week, as long as we're learning something every week. Does anyone have any questions?
Yep. By the way,
I missed. Got in way too late. Didn't realize that.
No worries.
By the way, I did want to mention, in case you didn't notice, there is one seat available still in the American Young Sang Dojang. So I don't know if, obviously all of us are a part of it at this point, but, if there's anybody who you work with who might want, additional instruction, there is one seat.
I don't know any Dawn players.
So you're suggesting that we shouldn't bother?
No. You can mention it. Like I don't know everyone who watches my videos, but most of the people I know, I'm like, I think all the people I know are key players. I know a couple Dawn players, but they're either like already doing their own thing or something.
I thought you were saying there were 12 cube players that he needed.
No, actually, he just needs one player. I don't think it's a specific level. He's got 71. He's got 71 people. He needs 72 in order to flesh out all of the leagues.
Man, I need 72 students.
He needs, well, and that's only the American Youngsang Dojang.
Yeah.
The European Youngsang Dojang has even more because there's E group in European Youngsang Dojang.
See, my business model is limited at 20.
My
private lessons is limited to like 20. I need to get on the ball. All right. Yeah. So.